Hello everybody and welcome back to Love English. I'm Sabrah and today I have a lesson for you on 20 very British expressions. Now these are going to help you guys because if you watch British TV or things like that, you're going to hear these expressions all the time, and they are things that we use here in Britain on a regular basis. Now before we get started, I would like to say a big thank you to our sponsor, italki. italki are a language learning platform which I think a lot of you know that we work with. You can learn with an experienced teacher who is also a native speaker, and they will help you on a one-to-one basis. italki are also very affordable, and if your lifestyle means that you find it difficult to go to actual classes, then this is perfect for you as you can learn online and the teacher will do their best to fit around you. italki really also want to help you with your fluency. So they're really going to help you build up your fluency level, which I know is what a lot of you want as well. Now we have an offer which italki have given to Love English, which you might have heard about before. So if you go to this link here, go.italki.com/Love English, then you get $10 off your first lesson purchase. So italki are giving you 10 free credits so you can have a try at the first lesson and you won't have to pay very much. So make sure you go and click that link in the description box below and get your $10 off your first lesson purchase. Go on guys, start improving your English today. Just as a quick reminder guys, if you're new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe and also click that notification bell, and you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more daily Love English fun. So make sure you have a good brew of British tea at the ready, and let's get started. Okay, so number one. Number one is I'm stuffed. I'm stuffed. And this means I'm very, very full. If you say, oof, I'm stuffed, I'm really full. I think they use this in America as well, but this is more commonly used in England. To be stuffed, to be very full, to have eaten lots of food, perhaps too much food. This is very relevant for this time of year as it's nearly Christmas and it's the time of year when people tend to overeat a little bit, and so they do get a little bit stuffed. Next one, number two, is I'm gutted. I'm gutted. Gutted means very disappointed, very disappointed. The literal meaning of to gut is to remove the insides from something, usually an animal or a fish. To gut it, to remove their guts, their inside. Our guts are our insides. So if we say we feel gutted, we feel like, oh, somebody's removed our guts. Obviously not that extreme, but we feel very disappointed. We might say, oh, I'm gutted that boy or girl never rang me. I'm gutted. Or I'm gutted I didn't get that job. Something like that. You are gutted. Number three, I love this expression. This is to be in a pickle. To be in a pickle. Now pickle, you can see pickle here, is a very British food. It is fruit or vegetables that we put in a jar with sugar and vinegar and some other things, and we leave it over a long time and the vegetables will ferment, and over time this will become pickle. When we say we are in a pickle, it means that we are in a tricky situation. We are like the vegetables that have been covered in sugar and vinegar. In a pickle means we are in a difficult situation, a bit of a tricky situation.
Going through our finances. I'm not sure, but it seems that we may be in a little bit of a pickle, Dick.
Right, number four is it's mental, or saying something is mental. We often say this as a replacement to crazy. If we think something's really crazy, we can say, oh, that's mental, or it's such a mental situation, meaning it's really crazy, it's a mixed up situation, that's mental. We use it all the time, but do bear in mind, guys, it's not a formal word, so you wouldn't say at a job interview, oh, I've just had so much job experience, it's mental. That would not sound very good. So it's for informal situations, but it's very, very common.
Mental, that one, I'm telling you.
Number five. Number five is give me a bell. Give me a bell. This means get in touch with me or give me a ring. It comes from the old days where when you went into a hotel or anything like that, or any kind of official place, if you wanted attention, you would ring a bell. There wasn't phones in those days, so on the reception there would be a bell that went ring and you would get the attention of somebody. So give me a bell. Number 6, to be in a mood. To be in a mood. In a mood means that you are in a bad mood. Mood can mean a good mood or a bad mood, how you're feeling. But if we say somebody is in a mood, this means they are in a bad mood. So if I said, oh, Leila's in such a mood, I really don't want to speak to her at the moment, she's in such a mood. This means she's really in a bad mood. When Leila's in a bad mood, it's a little scary. Just kidding, I love her really. Number 7. These are 2 very British words which we use all the time when we're surprised about something. They're informal, but you'll hear them all the time. They are crikey. Crikey, I can't believe the weather. Or crikey, can you believe the bad news again about Brexit? The other one is blimey. Blimey. Again, very common. We might say, oh, blimey, I just can't believe what a long day I've had. Or blimey, have you heard the news about our colleague? She's run off with the boss. So these are words that you'll hear all the time in films. Let's look at a quick clip of these in films now.
Blimey! Harry's got himself a rogue bludger!
If you wanted to pop by sometime, that might be nice. More than nice.
Right. Crikey.
Number 8, this is a very British expression. We use it still sometimes, but it's not as common as it used to be. I'm sure some of you have already learned it actually. It is to pull someone's leg, meaning to play a joke on them or to tease them, to joke with them, to laugh about them. This can be in a harmless way or it can be in a mean way, it depends. So to pull someone's leg, for example, if I said to my boyfriend, can't see you tonight, I'm meeting my new young lover. And he said, what? What, your new young lover? What's happening? And then I said, oh, don't be silly, I'm just pulling your leg. Meaning I'm just joking, I'm not serious, to pull your leg. I would say the phrase that we use more than this today is to take the mickey, to take the mickey. Again, to joke with somebody, to tease. I could say, oh, I'm just taking the mickey, I'm only making a joke. Now, people are not sure about what the origin of to pull someone's leg is. People think it might have been in the old days, particularly Victorian times, when people wanted to rob somebody, so thieves were trying to steal something from someone, they might pull their leg to surprise them and make it easier to steal something from them. So that could be the origin of this quite famous British expression.
Point Break or Bad Boys 2?
Which one do you think I prefer?
No, I mean, which one do you want to watch first?
You are pulling my leg.
Okay, next one, number 9. I love this expression because this is something I always do. It is to faff around, to faff around. And this means to procrastinate, to waste time doing silly things before you do the things that you have to do. So if you are a person who faffs around before you go to work, you might go on your phone for a while, you might start to tidy up, you might worry that you need to check things, like check if all the windows are shut. You don't quickly do things, you faff around. You spend your time doing perhaps not that useful tasks before doing the things that you really need to do. Are you a person who faffs around? If you are, do please leave me a comment below. I would like to know if there are other people out there that are like me. Number 10, lost the plot. I've lost the plot, or she's lost the plot, or he's lost the plot. If we lose the plot, we lose track of reality. Maybe we do something a little bit crazy or a little bit silly. But we can use this expression just to tease somebody. We can say, what? Why are you saying that? You've lost the plot. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they have lost the plot. The plot is the story. For example, the plot in a play is the story. The plot in a film is the story. So if we're saying somebody has lost the plot, we mean you've lost sense of the story. You've lost sense of reality. Number 11 is that's rubbish or that's crap. Very, very British expressions, particularly crap. These mean that something is not good. If we say it was a crap film or it was a crap day or crap weather, we mean it's not good, it's rubbish. So this is slang, it's definitely slang. You would not use it in a formal situation. But they are very common and we use them quite a lot. Oh, what a crap movie, or oh, what a crap day, the weather's been terrible, or what a rubbish day. Do make sure that you say the pronunciation of crap correctly, because it is a p sound at the end, not a b. And I've heard some Arabic speakers and Asian speakers saying, oh, that was crab. Crab is the animal with the pincers. Crap is the British word. So do make sure that you're saying it correctly. You don't want to say, oh, what a crab movie. Number 12, this is a very British verb. It is to nick something, to nick something. This is slang, really, for to steal. For example, we might say, oh, I nicked my sister's pen. Or we could say, oh, did you nick my notepad? I was just using that. It means to steal. Now, if you are a gambler, if you like playing poker, you may be familiar with this expression. It is that somebody or something has had their chips, or his or her chips. If we say, oof, you're not going to get another date with that girl now, you messed up, you've had your chips, meaning you've had your last chance, you've ruined it. Here it would mean that you've ruined it, you will not have another chance, just like a player who has given their last chips or who has been defeated in a game has had their chips. They're not getting any more chips, it's over for them. If we say you've had your chips, it's over for you. For example, you're trying to get a job, you don't get the job, you can say, oh, you've had your chips. I think that other person's going to get it. I'm really sorry, you've had your chips on that one. Number 14, this can be a confusing expression, but I'll do my best to explain it to you. It is the bee's knees, it's an idiom. If we say somebody or something thinks they are the bee's knees, this means that they have a very high opinion of themselves. They think they are the best if they think they are the bee's knees. For example, you might say, oh, she thinks she's the bee's knees just because she went to Oxford. You can use this in a positive way as well. We can say, oh, she's just the bee's knees, isn't she? She's just fantastic at what she does, or he's just fantastic at what he does. He's the bee's knees. So we can also use it in a positive way, but quite often we do use it in a negative way, saying that somebody has a high opinion about themselves.
Because you could be the ugliest sad sack on the planet, but if you're in a rockin' band, you're the cat's pajamas, man. You're the bee's knees.
Bee's knees?
Yeah, the bee's knees. You're going to be the most popular guy in school, trust me.
Number 15 is to take the biscuit. To take the biscuit. And this means that you are being rude or offensive in your behaviour and you have gone too far with something. So if somebody has done something which you consider to be a bad thing and they've gone too far in their behaviour, you can say, oh, this just takes the biscuit, meaning they've gone too far with this. For example, if someone borrows lots of money from you and promises they'll pay it back and then they don't, you can say, oh, this just takes the biscuit. They promised they'd pay it back. It takes the biscuit. They think the origin of this expression comes from when games were played and a cake was given as the prize. And if somebody who didn't deserve the prize took the cake, you could say, oh, I can't believe it. They took the biscuit, they took the cake. Okay, number 16. These are quite easy ones, and Leila and I have actually talked about them before in our video on slang words, British slang words, which you can see up there. These are words to say that we are tired, and they are shattered and knackered. Shattered and knackered. If we say, oh, I'm shattered or I'm knackered, you're very tired. Number 17. This is so British, and I've said this so many times in my life. It is, I'm not being funny, but. We use the word funny in England to mean if somebody is being a bit rude to us or a bit offensive. And so we can say, I'm not being funny, but, before we want to say something negative. So we might say, I'm not being funny, but could you just move your stuff off my desk? I really just need a clean desk. Do you mind if you move your stuff off my desk? So we're saying something negative about the other person, but we're saying, I don't mean to be rude, but. So funny can also mean rude or offensive. It doesn't just mean funny as in ha ha. It also means that you can be rude or offensive or a bit off with someone, a bit not as friendly as you normally are. So if we say, oh, she was really funny with me, we mean she was really off with me. She wasn't nice to me as she usually is. So this is a way that we would say, I don't mean to be rude, but actually I need to say something to you.
Miss?
I want you to look after them.
Miss?
And don't lose them. Yes, Lauren?
Miss, I'm not being funny or nothing, but have you seen what you've got on?
Number 18, quite a common one, this one. This is a spanner in the works. A spanner in the works. If there is a spanner in the works, and we often talk about a spanner being thrown in the works, This is that something unexpected or surprising has come into the situation. If you think about it, a spanner looks like this, and if you threw that into a car engine or if you threw that into machinery, it would cause it to be disrupted in some way. So that is what the thing that comes into the situation when we talk about this does. It disrupts it or confuses the situation. For example, imagine that you're looking for a new job and you go for lots of interviews and you think that the job you really wanted, you didn't get it. But then you go for another job and you think this is almost as good and you're about to accept it, and then the other job that you didn't think you'd got come back to you and say, actually, we want you. This has thrown a spanner in the works. It's unexpected, but in this sense, it's unexpected for good, but you might still have a difficult decision to make. You might think, oh, I don't know which job to take now. Do you have an equivalent, guys, in your country for a spanner in the works? If so, tell me below. How do you say it? Number 19, very British expression. It is to head somewhere. To head somewhere means to go somewhere. We're thinking our head goes there. To head somewhere. For example, we might say, I'm heading to work now, or I'm heading off, means I'm leaving, I'm heading off, phrasal verb. To head somewhere means to go somewhere. Again, quite informal, but we use it very, very frequently. I'm heading to work, I'm heading off, I'm heading out, meaning I'm going out. All of those we will often hear in British conversation. Number 20, the last one, we got there. Number 20 is that's mint, or something is mint, that's mint. This means something is amazing or fantastic. If we say, oh, that's mint, or it's in mint condition, we mean it's in perfect condition. We can say, my new car is mint, it's in perfect condition, even though it's second-hand, for example, it's in mint condition. We can say that experiences are mint. Oh, that's mint, I can't believe that you won some money. Wow, that's mint. So we can say it as well, meaning things are fantastic. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I do hope this lesson will be useful and that you can start to use or at least understand some of these British expressions. Don't forget to go and get your $10 of italki credits and start learning with italki, that amazing language learning platform. So the link is down in the description box below. Do please leave me a comment below trying to use any of these in a sentence, or tell me what the equivalent is in your language. I'm very curious to know. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a mint day. I hope you're not too knackered after this lesson, and I'm sure that you're all the bee's knees. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye. You're the bee's knees, but you do take the biscuit sometimes.